Hi Cancer, welcome to your February reading. Now, it's the month of love. Happy Valentine's Day. So we're going to do two different readings today. We're going to do a relationship reading for those of you in a relationship, and then we are going to do a singles reading as well. Now, obviously these are general readings, so they won't resonate for everybody. If you would like to book a private reading, then my email and my Instagram are in the description box down below. I do a lot of free content on Instagram as well, so definitely check me out over there. And yeah, it's probably quicker to message me on Instagram to get a private reading. Also, I've got my gift list for Amazon down in the description box as well. So if you want to buy me something as a thank you, you are more than welcome to. You do not have to. These free readings are free for a reason. If you do get me something though, you will also get a free reading voucher in return. So you can have that for yourself. You can send it to someone else. It can do whatever you wish. Now we're going to do, as I say, this is a relationship spread we're going to do first. We're going to be using the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. Oh, I love this deck. I really love it. It's so pretty. So let's get into it. Right, Cancer. First things first. You have got a 4 of Cups in reverse. Now, I'm pleased about that because it feels for me that in your... Do you know what it is? Like with this 4 of Cups in reverse, I feel like things are a bit more balanced. When it's in the upright, I feel like it's very much an imbalance in a relationship situation where one person's putting a lot of effort in, the other person's not. So it feels as if your perspective on it is that things seem to be okay. Things seem to be in check, they seem to be in balance, and you feel that the effort is going, is pretty even from both sides of your relationship, from you and from your person. But what I am worried about is you've then got the High Priestess in reverse, and she is, when she's in the reverse, for me, it feels very much like everything's okay between you two. It's not, you're not stressed. You don't feel like you're putting in more effort. You don't feel like your partner's putting in more effort. You feel the balance is there, but for some reason, it's like you don't really believe it. Consciously, you're aware of it. Maybe you're balancing things out and going and thinking to yourself that and listen, I'm all for rationalizing. I'm a Gemini. I overthink. So being able to reality check and check the facts is fantastic. But it feels to me like you're probably spending a little bit too much time facts checking and not enough time trusting yourself. Because actually, as much as I'm saying things are balanced, how balanced do you need to be in a relationship? If you feel that you're not putting 100% in, or you don't have 100% to give right now, is your partner picking up the slack and putting in the effort that you don't feel you've got the energy for? Because that's where the trust comes in. What does concern me though is that underneath the 4 of Cups in reverse, you've got a 2 of Cups in reverse. And that is a wah, wah, wah. Because actually I feel like underneath everything, there is a bit of an imbalance. There's a bit of a disconnect between you and your partner. And I think it's probably more from your side of the fence. I think it's probably more that you're feeling this distance. And maybe it's that maybe you're not spending enough time together. That you're not actually investing enough in what's happening between the two of you. But all is not lost because we have got the 8 of Wands in the upright, which for me in this deck, it's a little bit Wheel of Fortune-y. But I feel like, things will pick up, they will get better. And where it strikes me a bit as a Wheel of Fortune at the moment is this downturn that you're on at the moment isn't forever. Like, you'll absolutely get past it and things will start to improve. But where that's sitting underneath the High Priestess in reverse, it's only going to improve by you learning to trust your own judgment, trust your instincts, and trust, like, if you feel that you are, if you feel that you're on a different angle, or if you're coming at things from a different angle to your partner, that's not always a bad thing, but don't second guess it and try to be what your partner wants and try to do what you think they want. Because I think that's where the imbalance will come and then the resentment will start to build. Okay, so we're going to have a look at your person's situation. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Again, the links for the decks I'm using will be in the description box down below as well, so you can go and check them out and buy them should you wish to. So let's have a look what your partner's going through. What's going on for your partner for this month? Okay. So first off, we've got an 8 of Swords in reverse. Now that is open. Okay. Bear with me. Stick with me. Don't go anywhere. So over the top of your 4 of Cups in reverse, where it feels like you feel very much that everything's okay. Everything's balanced. Everything's fine. You're fact checking. You know it's okay. I feel like your partner's also in that mentality where they've probably been struggling with it a little bit. Maybe in January, maybe 2020, whenever it was, they've had some struggles and they're now coming through with it. And again, I want to come back to that fact-checking thing. I feel like it's that thing that maybe with your partner, especially if it's an air sign, that they've been getting a bit in their head too much and overanalyzing and getting stuck on situations that don't need to be dwelled on. You don't need to dwell on. But where you're finding that you're not trusting yourself quite so much, I feel like that's actually upsetting for them because they've got that Sun in reverse. So where you're second guessing and not just going with your instincts, and I think that's actually upsetting your partner. Like it feels a bit like the reason, one of the things they really, that they really care for you for, that they really love about you is your instinct, is your decisiveness. And actually by doubting yourself, it's kind of putting them on a bit of a downer as well. Maybe that they can see what you're going through. They know that you're not yourself at the minute. And that worries them. Because also, and then where we've got the 2 of Cups in reverse, that's come out with the 2 of Swords in reverse. So the trouble is, it feels like where you are not trusting yourself and they are getting down about it, they also don't really know what they can do to change it. They don't know what they can do to realign things. And it's still 2 twos. It's still a balance. There's still a need and a want for the balance to be restored in your relationship, but they're not overly aware of how to do it. And that's where I think the problems are coming in. Because it's hard when you don't know, this uncertainty. And like we're all going through a lot of uncertainty, particularly if you're in the UK with the pandemic, or wherever you are in the world with the pandemic, really, for that matter. They do want the balance and they want to restore things again, but it feels like it's going to be down to you to guide them on how to do it. If you can be clear about what it is that you want, the outcomes that you are working towards, then your partner knows how they can help to do that. But they can only do that if you give them the guideposts. And like I say, where you've got the 8 of Wands, so it is going to come back up around again. Your person's coming out with the Star, which is gorgeous. I'm all for that. Because this is such a lovely moment of like holding on to that hope of why you started something in the first place. Just really enjoying the moment, really being at peace with everything. And so again, I think, towards the end of the month, I think things will start to improve, but it is going to be down to you to make that improvement, to make sure that starts to happen and really connect with yourself again, really connect with what's happening within you and what it is that you actually want, and not second guessing yourself, not trying to be someone you think someone wants you to be. You don't want to be that kind of chameleon type of thing. Anyway, those of you in a relationship, I hope that helps. We're going to move on to the singles, and we're going to use my absolute fave, the This Might Hurt tarot. Just love it. So let's have a look for the Cancer singles, what's coming up for this month. Firstly, we're going to have a look at potential suitors. So have a look and see who's coming towards you, who's in the vicinity. Okay, so we've got a King of Swords. You could be looking at an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've also got the Devil in reverse. It could be someone with a Capricorn rising or moon sign. Okay, Justice as well. So yeah, probably very heavy on the Libra. And now we're going to have a look at how you can be ready for that person. Yeah, I'm going to say Libra more than anything else. Ooh, okay. Single Cancerians. Take a deep breath. Three of Swords. This is like my least favourite card because of what it implies. It feels very much like, God, it's actually giving me shivers thinking about it. The reason that you are struggling to find your person and that your person is struggling to come towards you is that you haven't dealt with something that's happened. Now, that doesn't have to be a past relationship in the traditional sense. That could be something that's, you know, childhood situations, that could be family dramas, it could be anything that is holding you back, anything that's preventing you from really letting yourself go. And unfortunately, it's that, like, you know that phrase of you can't heal in the place that hurt you. I actually think it's probably the opposite of that. I think you almost need to go back in to something, bring someone back into your life in order to clear them out for good. Because either side of that, Three of Swords, we've got the Fool and the World both in reverse. So this for me is a retrograde situation. It's like you kind of need to go back in and listen, if someone has hurt you, you don't have to actually physically bring them back into your life. You don't have to reach out, you don't have to speak to them, you don't have to meet them, whatever it is. But mentally going back in and finding a way to let go, finding a way to reanalyze things, to reassess what happened. I think will absolutely do you the world of good. Because the longer, it feels like the longer you hold on to this and the longer you don't process it, the less likely you are to be able to move on, and the less likely this person is to be able to come in and actually help you on your path, to be around you and share a life with you. Because this is really like, it's one of those cards for me, is Three of Swords. Like you actually can, you can feel, I feel like this is quite an emotive card. You can feel that moment where, you know, this one's been up flying and it's literally taking all the swords and it's collapsing, it's giving in. Because the pain, you know, it can't carry on. And it feels very much like that, like you can't carry on and move on until you've cleared out what it is that was going on. Literally putting goosebumps all over my arms. Anyway, I hope that helps. As I said, if you would like to book a private reading, my email and my Instagram are in the description box down below. If not, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.